G'day everybody. This video, sorry, I'm just kidding, is going to be a clip for explaining practice what you preach, because I try to type that in and it's hard to find. So there's a little gap there. People need to explain what practice what you preach means, or try to, right? And that means here's an example of practice what you preach. If you want to help the world for real, instead of talking about it, because most people will talk, everyone goes, words are cheap, and that's what you mostly hear. People reading scripts to make money and stuff, words are cheap. They'll read a script and go, you need to do all this, but then behind the scenes they're a hypocrite and don't do it. And it's all right if they're not doing everything they say, as long as they're practicing, and when they fail they go, yes, you are right, I'm not going to do that again. That's called practicing what you preach. It means you won't be perfect, but when you get caught and you know what you're doing wrong and you're trying to preach something, it means you will stop instantly and go, yes, you're right. You will tell them you're right and I did naughty, because you're practicing what you preach, and you'll move on. So if you want to help the environment or help the world, you have to start practicing what you preach. So if you're rich, the people with money who have no problems with money, those people have no excuse not to practice what they preach, so they can get any tool or anything and work out things and get things done and change their ways, because they've got the money to do it. So the worstest people out there that we can put down as the worstest people that don't practice what they preach is people who don't have money problems, but they're not really doing nothing about it. They're not practicing what they're preaching. They're not trying. That's how I see practice what you preach, is that you say something and you try your hardest to make it work of what ability you've got. And you can only do so much at once. Definitely when you're changing and you're practicing, we have habits. So you'll have to change slowly to practice what you preach, because your habits need to be broken. And so you'll fail a lot. But as long as you keep going, yep, I see the point, you're right, I will do less of that if I can, or do none of that until it's gone. I'm going to practice what I preach the best that I can until I can find another way to do it better if I can. Practice what you preach. What do you reckon, people? You think I'm pretty close about what practice what you preach means? It means try your hardest and try not to look bad of not practicing what you preach by being a hypocrite. Simple as that. If you say things and you don't want to do it, try not to say it, as then you might look like a hypocrite. Simple as that. Have a good one.